Yellow leather, red leather. What?
Hi, everybody. Welcome to SSK Yarners. We are Karyn and
Sharon.
That's right. We are a podcast about crafting, knitting, crochet, sewing, quilting, felting, all kinds of stuff. Today, I think it's a lot of knitting, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
A lot of knitting.
A lot of knitting, yes. So very hot day, 90 degrees, 97% humidity, super hot here. So I have the air conditioner down and I'm getting a little chilly, so I may have to turn it up a little bit. Yeah.
Yes. I know, because you have to get the humidity out of the air, but once it gets, less, it does get chilly in the house. And it's the same here. Hot, sunny, humid.
And we're not complaining because my sister said it's cool up in New Jersey already. So
I am looking forward to some cooler weather, though. I just can't wait.
get out of the 90 degrees. I get that. Yeah, the other day, I could tell the mornings are a little bit cooler here because I found 2 snakes already.
Yeah.
One snake he was longer than that. I'd say he was probably about 4 feet, black snake, harmless, but he was coming straight up my hill, straight to my house. So I had the dog. I put him in the house, took his collar and just kind of put it in front of him, thinking it would scare him away, not thinking, I don't think snakes can see. I don't know. But the thing got up and started smelling the leash. Wasn't scared a bit. So I was like, oh my God. So I stomped the ground and he immediately turned and started going away. So I kept stomping until he made it to the neighbor's house.
Let the neighbor worry about it.
Live under their porch. Don't come to my porch. But he's harmless. He's not a venomous snake or anything. So that was pretty funny. And then I found a little brown baby snake out by the driveway. So that kind of freaked me out a little bit. So
yeah,
I think it's just a rat snake. So no worries there either. But still, they're coming towards the house for some reason. I don't know why.
To get out of the humidity.
Yes, they feel the coolness. Every time I open the door, they feel the air conditioning. So, yeah, that's too funny.
Yes, I am looking forward to cooler weather and less humid weather. So it would not bother me if it went down 10 degrees and about 50% of the humidity was gone too.
Yeah. I would like the humidity to go down. I love the heat. And I love fall too. So it doesn't matter either way. But yeah, the humidity, it's been really humid.
Yes.
Hot, humid. Yeah.
I walked out to put some.
You what?
I walked out to put some letters in the mailbox the other morning and the grass was completely wet and it hadn't rained. So,
is that hot?
Just the dew from the humidity, but that's all right. It will end.
Yeah, I went to get my mail yesterday and I walked outside and my glasses just totally fogged. I couldn't see anything. They completely fogged up. So yeah, that was pretty funny. I was like, whoa, yeah. But I'm sitting here playing with this thing. I didn't realize I was doing it.
What is it?
This I wanted to share with everybody. It's actually not this. I wanted to share with everybody one of my favorite things, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, one of my favorite things of all time. Fake eyelashes. I do wear fake eyelashes. I went and got those extensions once. Drove me crazy. And of course now I don't think you can go get them. But I didn't like the extensions and it pulled out my eyelashes. Oh. So I use fake eyelashes. These are called iMimo. They're out of California. They're absolutely amazing and very, very inexpensive. Anywhere from $2 to $6 a pair. And they're reusable. So you wear them over and over again. Yep. And I love that. And now they do sell an applicator. So you put the eyelash in here and then you put the glue on and then you makes it easier to put on.
Does it make it easier?
Makes it a lot easier, but I still use a tweezer to help put it in place. So yeah, so I wear them. This is the glue. I have to use latex free. Again, very inexpensive. I think it was $6.95 or $7.95. They actually sell it. So imimo.com, love it. We are not sponsored by them. Get no money for it, but I do love them. See? And didn't I take, no, 2 weeks ago, didn't I take one off and I showed you the difference and what a difference it makes?
It does make a big difference.
Huge difference. I found out about these last year at my niece's wedding. They put them on me and I was like, whoa, look at that. Yeah, I don't get the extreme ones. I just get the, I just get the real natural looking ones. I think this is NTR 38 and they're really natural, but they're black.
Do you leave,
so they sell different colors.
do you leave all the lashes intact or do you cut some of them out? Because I've seen where people cut some of them out to not have them have as many lashes in the thing.
No. I don't cut any of them out because I go with a more natural look. If you go, with more what they call glamour look, they're going to be really long and there's going to be a lot of them. But this is very natural. It's really kind of hard to tell. Yeah. So no. And you can even buy individual lashes just to thicken up the ones you have. So you don't even have to go with these, but they're so easy and so inexpensive and you can reuse them. They even have human ones, which I've never used. They're more expensive and it's a little creepy. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know where they come from.
I don't want to know.
I shouldn't say, well, yeah, I think they are human. Yeah, I don't know. I just, no, I'm good. I'm good with the fake ones.
Yeah.
Listen,
yeah,
but I just found myself playing with this thing thinking, wait, I guess I need to talk about it. So
yeah. I thought it was a bag clip, you clip your chips closed or something.
That, right? I could have just said that, but yeah.
That's funny.
It helps, especially when you're on video and especially if you're taking pictures. It helps a lot because, without them, my eyes look really teeny tiny now as I get older. So I did say we were a crafting podcast.
Yes. Well, you got to craft up those eyes. You got to glam them up, just bling them out.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Yeah. I said I was going to send you a pair. I'll send you a pair. You just have to buy.
Oh my
glue.
goodness.
You have to buy.
Well,
glue.
do they sell wigs? Because I could use that.
I don't think so. I think it's all about the eyes. Yeah. But no, I don't know. I've never worn a wig. I would.
I never have worn a wig either. I definitely would.
Definitely would. Yeah.
I'd like to have dark hair again every once in a while.
Yeah, but they're expensive. Wigs can be costly, so
a good wig is expensive. And I think they get warm no matter what, because you've got like a hat on your head, right?
I hadn't even thought about that. Yeah.
I think they get warm, especially in the summer. So maybe in the winter I could wear one.
Well, that's the joy of wigs, right? You can wear them anytime you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, be nice
especially,
to go short or go longer or go curly or yeah.
Yes, that would be fun to switch it up every day.
It would be fun. It would be really fun. So anything happening? All good?
Everything's good. No, nothing's changed, thankfully, I guess. Nothing's changed. Life has been life.
I know one thing that's changed, that quilt behind you.
Yeah, well, I think that's, like I've said, that's one of the last ones that I've had to quilt. No, I shouldn't say that. I'm lying. No, I'm lying.
Again.
I have a couple other ones, but they're smaller, much smaller, I have a wall hanging that needs to be quilted, and I have a couple baby blankets that need to be quilted, and some that are too big for me to quilt that I haven't attempted yet. Maybe I will next year. I think, soon I'll be finished with them,
So talk about this one. Let us know what this one's all about.
This one is just snowmen. I like snowmen. I lived up north and I like snow. Despite what everybody thinks, I do like snow. I don't like it for 9 months, but I do like snow. So I like snowmen. I started collecting snowmen years and years ago, and then people started giving me snowmen. It's like, wait, I don't want all the snowmen. I just want certain snowmen. But so it's all snowmen and snowflakes, and the border is snowflakes with it has sparkle in it, and the block is a simple block. That's the block right there. like it's just the square. And if I remember correctly, it was like you sewed rectangles and then you cut them and then you swapped them with other rectangles and switched them, and that's how you got the pattern. There's a skinny, short, and then a longer, and then a skinny one and a longer one, and that's all it is. So it was a very simple quilt. It's not a difficult pattern to make. And the back you won't be able to see very well because it's dark fabric, but it's just a blue fabric. It's flannel, and the quilting is just in between the block, like, you know, the rows. I didn't do anything fancy, just enough to hold it together.
I
So
absolutely love it. And you
yeah,
said there were in the little cars behind you. You said there
yeah.
were
There's
snowmen
snowmen in the
driving.
little car. There's snowmen driving little cars. This guy has a tree on top of his car. They're just cute. You know, it was just patterns of snowmen that I had collected fabric of over the years, you know, like maybe had a half a yard or a yard, and just sort of threw it together. I just said one day, I'm going to just make a snowman quilt and use all my snowman fabric, but I still had left over. So,
Now, last year we made matching bags and sock blanks of snowmen, and I couldn't keep them in the shop.
yeah,
They sold so quickly because, yeah, snowmen are so cute. Yeah.
they are cute. And actually that fabric that, you know, we use or I used to make the bags is not in that quilt, because that was a new one after I made the quilt, because some of these quilts have been hanging up in my closet for years.
Yeah.
So I'm just
Well,
glad to get them finished and I can enjoy them.
I was going to say, you've gotten a lot of them finished.
Yeah, I have. I
That's
have.
so good.
And they're, you know, the dream was always, you know, to get a long arm quilting machine for myself and to long arm quilt them, but it's just not going to happen at this point in time. And so, you know, I just came to the conclusion, you know, you just have to either finish them up or just, you know, they're just going to sit there and rot, basically. You know, it's sort of how we feel with our knitting whips. You know, it's like after a while you go through them and you think, am I going to finish this? Do I really like it? Should I keep it? Should I give it away? You know, so, you know, and some things you just want to finish and some things you just don't care to. So, but I did want to finish the quilts because I did put a lot of time and effort into them when I made them.
Yes, and
Yeah,
they're beautiful, but it's got to be such a good feeling to finish them all.
yeah,
It's so good.
it is. It is. I'm really glad to finish them, and I'm looking forward to, you know, the couple small ones that I have to finish up. I did buy some more batting so that I could finish them because I used my batting, which was good. I mean, it was all stuff, you know, that I had. So I didn't. There's not a lot of expense involved in finishing the quilts myself. Whereas if I sent them to someone, it would have been a lot more.
Yeah, yeah, a lot more, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's that. That's my finished object. I have another finished object.
Well, let's see. I want to see.
I finished my mitts,
Yeah.
my Hermione's Everyday Mitts. So this
Moni's
is
everyday mitts. Okay.
one and
And
two. And remember,
anything we mentioned, I will put in the pull down menu below, so you'll be able to see what they are. I love them.
yeah. So remember, one started out white, and one started off well more light in color, and one started more deep colors. But it's funny, they sort of, if I can show you this, they sort of ended up being the same.
Yeah, they
Like
match. Weird.
they sort of really ended up matching. And of course, I made them really extra long.
I
So
love
they
them.
go, you know, they go up my arm. And I like my mitts to cover my hands and a good portion to cover my thumb because I usually do use them when I'm walking
Yeah.
in the winter and my hands will get cold. But I can fold I could fold this down. And I thought, you know, I love them. If you were in a cold climate, you could wear other mittens underneath or, you know, too. So the pattern was very easy.
Yeah.
Just very easy.
Yeah.
I'm sure the pattern calls for a 1x1 rib, but I did 2x2 because, you know, me and 1x1 rib, we don't really get along.
Yeah, you hate them. And that's a nice pattern because she has a sock pattern and it's free, right? Is that a free
Yes,
pattern?
It was a free
Yeah.
pattern on Ravelry. You know, and the gusset went together. Everything turned out nice. Of course, like anything, when you're joining two separate areas, you get a little bit of a hole, but I stitched it up because you have to join to start the thumb anyway. So that doesn't really bother me.
Me.
I try to eliminate it, but you can't always eliminate it. But it worked out really nice. They fit very well. I'm very pleased with it. So.
Well, a lot of times you'll always have a tail right there too. So you just use that to stitch up the hole. But yeah, I love them. I love that.
Yeah. So I look forward to either I'll wear them or I might gift them to someone. I'll see what happens.
Yeah. Either
Because
way,
they would make,
matter.
they'd be a great gift.
Really good gift. Now, oh, that's right. That was one of the half lengths. So that was DK weight yarn. Yeah.
DK weight.
Yeah.
And it went together really quickly. And I did have DK weight. I did have some left. I don't have a whole lot, but I had, this portion.
Oh yeah.
And, in my bag, there's this portion too. So I think I can make like a headband.
Oh yeah, easily.
I think that would be really cute to have a matching headband. So I haven't started that, but I was thinking that that's what I might do with the rest of it.
That's a great idea. Yeah.
Yeah. They have like a matching set. So if, like someone else that that walks, or for me, like my sister or someone who walks outside too and likes to be outside, or, it gets a little cool.
Keep your ears warm. Yeah.
And, the thing about wearing a headband to keep your ears warm, it helps keep your earbuds in too.
Oh, that's true.
Okay.
Oh, you got the notification too? I got the notification too. So we got a notification from Zoom. Sorry, everybody, but it's telling us that we're running out of time, and they've removed the 40-minute time limit on the group meeting, but there's only 2 of us. But I wonder if it's because you joined in earlier. It's a long story, but that's funny. Sharon was having a little bit of internet problems, so she signed in using her iPad. So there were 3 of us and almost 4 of us, because I tried to sign in, but that didn't work at all. So yeah, so they gave it.
But it was just 2 of me and 2 of you.
That's right. That's right. And it's funny because, and actually that's perfect, because we want to announce that we're going to have a Zoom knitting night. And I'm so excited about this because I have not sat and knit with anybody in such a long time. So if you are interested, we are having a Zoom knit night. It's going to be September 9th, which is next Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. So, and because there's going to be more than 2 people, there's a 40-minute limit because we don't, neither one of us pay for Zoom. So September 9th, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? Because we're not in daylight savings time, are we? No.
Not yet. I don't think.
So the 9th, September 9th, next Wednesday, 7:30. And if you're interested and you want to join, you have to send me an email. So send me an email at SSKYarners at gmail.com, and I will send you the link. And that's really the only way I could do it. I could do it here, but I don't want any bots. I don't want any people joining the Zoom meeting. That's not really welcome. That wouldn't be there, for the right reasons. So, yep. So email me, SSKYarners at gmail.com, and I'll send you the link. And if you don't have Zoom, it's a free app. You can get it for your computer, your telephone, or your iPad. It's completely free. And then you'll go in there and you'll put in the login that I'll give you, right, Sharon?
Yes, there's a meeting ID, password ID.
Yes. Yeah, and I'll send that out. And yeah, we could just sit and knit and crochet or do whatever craft you're doing for 40 minutes. It'll be fun. And then we'll probably do one during the day later on in October. We'll do a daytime one. That way everybody gets an opportunity to join us. And I know Pamela, I think, works. She has to be to work at like 4 a.m. So I know I didn't want to make it too late because I know she has to go to bed early, Pam. So, hopefully we'll do like a late afternoon one too, 3 or 4 o'clock. So yeah, but yeah, so that's that, September 9th. Looking forward to seeing everybody and sitting down and chit-chatting and knitting. And
yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
It'll
Really
be
fun.
fun. I might even I've been itching to do some more felting. So
There you go.
yeah, I think I'm gonna get that out. But yeah. Oh, so exciting. So your mitts are done. Now I want to cast on a mitt.
Well, the beauty of mitts and hats is they're easy. They don't,
Yeah.
and those particular ones, because that pattern is just so easy, you don't have to look. I mean, once you know what you're doing and what row you're on, there's no, it's mindless. So, and of course, I did do them 2 at a time,
Oh.
so they're both the same length. The only time that you do one single is when you're doing like the thumb, because you have to use double pointed needles. I mean, I didn't want to do a magic loop on a thumb. It's too small. And it's such a short, but so that's the only time.
You could have used a 16-inch needle, right?
Yeah, but then I don't know. It was fine. I had double points, and I don't mind pulling those out now and then to finish up the crowns of hats or do the thumbs, or
I don't mind double points. I don't mind them at all.
Yeah, no. So it worked out fine. I was really pleased I'm pleased to have them done. So, it's nice after, to just work on some small projects sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking forward to casting something small. I think it's going to be a pair of socks, because I just dyed some yarn. I'm excited about it. So I want to knit a pair of socks.
Right. And especially when you're working on sweaters, or tops, it's like, it takes more time to do those things. So it's just nice to have something short and sweet.
Yes. And speaking of tops, I think you mentioned that because of mine, right?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so frustrated. So I shared this last time. It's my tank top, right? Look at that.
I really do love it.
I mean, it really is nice. It's beautiful. So I'm finished with the one side, and I have run into a problem. So it happens. The pattern is wrong, right? So I actually got to the decreases, and if I followed the decreases as they were, I would have not only run out of stitches, but I'm 10 rows short, literally 10 rows short. So there are way more decreases than there were stitches. So I have contacted them. I contacted them over the weekend, and they got back to me yesterday. So that's not too bad, right? That's not too bad.
Right.
Because nobody works on the weekend. So technically it took 3 days for them to get back to me, I think that's acceptable. The problem is they haven't given me an answer. So they have to find the answer first, and then they'll get back to me with the changes. So I am glad that they did contact me to let me know that they're working on it. So this will be on hold for a while. I'm going to rip back all of the decreases, put it on hold, and I'm going to do the back. I'll just do the back to this point until I hear from them. So that was kind of a womp. But hey, it happens. I don't know. I could figure it out, but I'm not sure, because not only was the stitch count wrong, but the rows were wrong. So it's not as easy a fix as that it could be, right? Because there's 30 rows involved.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot, and I'm 1 inch short. So what I did was wrong, because I figured, I'll just keep decreasing until I'm down to the 13 stitches, but I'm 1 inch short, so it's too short. But that's the way it goes. Yeah. If you want to know about the pattern and I'll put the pattern link below. It's a Patents tank. I can't remember the name because the pattern's over there, because I forgot it. Yeah, I'll put the link below.
That's fine. You will. And it is a pretty pattern. I love how it's working up on the tank itself. It's really pretty. And I love the color. I think it'll look really nice on you. So once you get that issue worked out, you'll have a nice top, whether you have it for this year to wear or next year. I mean, it'll be nice.
But like you said, I have a really cute white jeans jacket. I could wear it under that. right? With a
Yes.
little t-shirt. So yeah, so hopefully I could do that. Yeah. So that was so that's put on hold right now. I do not want it to turn into a UFO. That's why I'm gonna cast the back on right away and get that done and wait for them to get back to me. Because they obviously have to contact the designer. So yeah, so that's that. Yeah.
And it makes sense to go ahead and do the back because you're going to have to do the back anyway.
Yes, yeah, and it's not a fast knit. That is not a fast knit because what is it? Sport weight yarn, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, so it's a bit of knitting, but that's okay. I still love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you? What are you working on?
Well, the usual stuff. I always do have a pair of socks that I'm working on, and I've showed these. These really sparkly
Super
fall
sparkly.
Las Vegas yarn socks from Rico Designs. But I did the heel. So I was telling you I did a different heel. I usually do the fish lips kiss. To me, it's a very easy heel to do. It's memorizable. So I wanted to try something new. So I found a podcast and I watched her video, 2 at a time, toe up, because that's what I do. It has a heel flap and gusset, and the heel flap is actually on the bottom. And, it worked out really, really well. The gusset, it looks really well. The stitches were picked up nicely. I like the way it turned out so far. So I'm up to the ankle. I have a bit of knitting to do. So I just sort of put it on hold for a while. And the video was by the Pearl Stitch. And apparently she does videos.
Pearl together, I thought. Is that what you said?
Pearl Stitch is what I wrote down. So maybe.
Oh, is it? Okay. I wrote down Pearl Together because I want to link it below.
Yeah. Let me see. I have it right here. Well, if my, I just have to search again. But her video, I really enjoyed it. It was very clear. Her method of showing you was very clear, understandable, concise. The filming of it was very good too. Like her fingers weren't in the way and all that stuff. She was very good at explaining everything. Pearl Together, you're right.
Pearl Together. On YouTube, right? That's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
And I'll link it below.
And I think it must have been, she may have done it as a whole teaching or knit along for 2 at a time toe up, but I started with video 4 because that's where I know how to do the socks, and she was doing a specific pattern in this video that I watched, but I was just doing vanilla, and I just wanted to know how to do the heel gusset and heel flap and gusset because just want to try something new, and it worked out well. It fits well.
Good.
And it was interesting. What I thought was interesting is she said that if you needed more room, because sometimes the socks, that's where they get tight, depending if you have a high arch or whatever. I don't have a high arch, but she said if you knit your heel flap longer, you get more stitches.
Yes.
And therefore have more room. Makes sense.
Yes.
I mean, things that you don't really realize or understand until someone points them out. Especially I don't do heel flap and gusset. So to me that's sort of new,
Yeah. And that's the one I always use. I always use a heel and gusset because I have a very high arch. And the fish kiss lips? I can't. It doesn't fit my foot.
Yeah. Because it's not a really deep heel. So it isn't, all heels are not meant for all feet. I mean, it's just, so you have to, it's trial and error, really, And it's one thing I do like with the toe up. I mean, I can put my foot in all the way. I can see how the heel's going to fit. If I needed to have more stitches, I could just tear back and make the heel flap longer at this point, but it did fit. So, I mean, I don't know how you do that. You could do it. You could try yourself sock on, puff down.
Yes.
But I don't know if you get a good feel for the heel then because you don't have that other portion. I don't know.
I try them on, and even if I do an afterthought heel, I try them on, and You just have to be careful of your stitches, right? So your stitches don't fall off. But after Thought Heel, I do have to add extra rows, which I always do. So which is fine. But yeah, I try mine on, even cuff down. Yep,
Yeah.
I'll try them on. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's, I just don't do them that way. So it's
Yeah.
just like I have no clue.
You and I are like total opposites. I use like an 8-inch needle, 8-inch circular, and I always do heel and gusset. Just
Yeah.
It fits my foot the best.
Right. And I think that's the importance, that's the thing about knitting. Especially if you're going to do socks, you have to decide which one you like best. And everybody has a preference.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some people just love to do cuff down all the time, and they do cuff down, and some people like, toe up, and some people only do one at a time. Some do two at a time. I've seen people do 4 at a time.
Yeah.
I just know myself, and I know once I finish one, I'm probably not going to start the other one. It just doesn't interest me. I've already seen the pattern. I already know what the colors in the socks are going to look like, and I lose interest. So I know that for me, it works best. I know that the fish lips heel will fit my foot, but I like to try other things. In fact, I just saw a pattern last night, and it had a star toe, and I thought, I've never really done that, so I think I might give it a try.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. Yeah.
So there's a lot of things we haven't done or heard, and sometimes sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. We'll find out.
Yeah. Well, again, I think it's funny because I'm cuff down, your toe up. I'm 8-inch needle. You're 2 at a time, right? Magic loop. Yeah, that's it. We do different heels. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah.
I know. And there's a lot of people who just hate magic loop too, and so
I don't hate magic loop. I always have a ladder, and I've never been able to figure out how to get rid of that. So that's the only reason I don't do magic loop. And I have never not finished a pair of socks. I've maybe put them aside for a while, like other things, but I've never not finished them. Like I would never not make the second sock. I'm not one of those. Yeah. I will always finish the second sock. Yeah. So we're total opposites on that. That's so funny.
It's just funny.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay to be different.
I like the sock. It's really nice.
Yes. I think it's going to be quite fun to wear them because they are so sparkly.
So sparkly. The first time you showed them, you're like, I don't know if the sparkle's showing through. It's like, oh, it's showing through.
And it's not stellina. It is actually a metallic thread that is in with that yarn. You know what I mean? So I think that is why it just hits the light. It's like the gold chain necklace. It sparkles because it hits the light. Well, this is a metallic thread. It's not just stellina. It's not just a little,
Can you feel it? Is it rough? Is it really rough?
It's not super rough, but it isn't, and it's not necessarily the metallic thread that makes it rougher. It's just more of a rustic yarn, I think, to begin with. I don't think I would wear it up around my neck. Yeah. But I think for socks, it will be fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Especially because I have 100 million pairs of socks. Not really, but a lot.
Well, it's funny because I found 3 pairs of, I can't believe I do this. So I found 3 pair of socks upstairs in my craft room, right? 3 pair, completely done. Ends are weaved in, they're completely done. Why they're just sitting up there and I'm not wearing them, I don't know. So I brought them down, and it's funny, I pulled out a pair of shorty socks, and I went to put them on, and the tails aren't weaved in. And I still wore them. They're my cotton socks. I love them. So I just tucked the tails in. You'd think I would just tuck them in real quick, but no. So now they have to be laundered. And so when they come out, I'll tuck in the tails. I'll weave them in.
It's funny that you mentioned that because, I have worn the cotton shorties that I made, recently, and I washed them because I've worn them, and this the pair with the lace on the top. Yeah. And I took them out of the dryer because I throw them in the dryer, and I put them on my foot, and I saw this end, and I'm like, oh no, did the yarn break? Is it coming apart? What is it? And so when I tugged on it, it's like, it's the beginning threads that were left over from the toe where I started the toe. I wove the top part in, but I never.
You never wove in the toe, and you've worn them. That's so funny.
And I've worn them multiple times, and I've washed them multiple times, but this time it ended up the end stuck out. So that's how I noticed it. So, you know, in that sense, the way I cast on for toe up is I use that Turkish cast on, which is really so much, to me, so much easier than Jenny's, whatever that one is, the magic cast on that she does, the Jenny's, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I do that Turkish cast on, but it just goes to show you that you don't really have to worry about that end. As long as it wouldn't be cut short, it's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah. And I love that yarn. I love the Regia Tutti Frutti. 100% cotton. Well, it's not 100% cotton. It's cotton and nylon. Love that yarn. Right. Perfect for summertime.
Yeah, I do too. In fact, I didn't bring them in, but I did bring them in. Excuse me. I did bring them in. I started another pair.
Oh, you did? Is that the watermelon?
Yeah.
I love that.
The watermelon ones. So when I start my socks, I know because I've done so many, what side is the right side and what side is the wrong side because of the thread that's hanging. But I also use a little progress keeper to put on the front just so I don't get confused. And I'll always know that this is the front, because once the sock gets bigger and the end tucked in, it's hard to tell where the end is.
Yeah.
So I just use the progress keeper, you know, to let me know that this is the front.
Yeah.
Not that it really matters in the greater scheme of things, maybe, but you know.
Well, you don't want an extra row on one side, I guess.
No, you don't. But you know, sometimes the back actually looks better. I just make the back the front.
I agree.
But I do.
Yeah.
They're little.
They're little. I always love that even when they're a little bit bigger, because it always reminds me of a bra. I'm like, oh my God, I'll say, or not a bra, bathing suit top. I'm like, oh, I'm making a bathing suit top that will never be worn by me.
Yeah. So they're little. I did pass them on. I just didn't get very far in them because.
Are you just going to do vanilla because of the yarn?
Well, you know, I was thinking I could just do vanilla, or I could try one of those new patterns that I bought that has a little lace on it.
Yes.
Because, I mean, it's going to stripe like the last pair, and I'm thinking that the lace probably will show. You know, it might be nice. So I haven't decided. I haven't gotten to that point yet where I need to make that decision.
Yeah.
And then I thought, you know, I have to count how many stitches I have. I might add a few more and make them for my sister, because I really do enjoy making or wearing my cotton socks, and I think she would like a pair too.
Yeah.
So I might change them into Christmas gift.
Oh, that'd be very nice. Yeah, socks are a great gift. Yeah.
Yeah. And a shorty sock is not a bad thing to make because it's a lot quicker than going up your leg.
Depending on the size of the foot. I mean, I would be thrilled to get hand knit socks myself. Not that anyone would ever make them for me because my feet are so big. Darn it.
Well, I made my dad a pair of socks for Christmas a couple years back, and he has a big size 12 foot too, and it just takes a long time.
Yeah, and most of the yarn too, but it does. Yeah. It takes a long time. That's why I said if I ever make Dave socks, because I want to make him a pair of cashmere socks, a blend, and I thought, you know, I think I would probably have them sent out to be circular knitting machine, people that do that. I would send them out and do that, because I did that once. I think it was Freckled Whimsy. I think I sent out three skeins to her, and she was having a sale. I think it was, I can't forget what the price was, but it was like three for, yeah.
I think I saw she had a sale one time, and I think it was like $15 or something to have them knit up or something, which I didn't think was too bad.
No, I know there was somebody that was doing it for $5, but you had to buy.
Oh, wow.
But you had to buy the yarn, which, you know what? That's a great deal. Yeah. And then you just add your own heel and toes and cuffs. But yeah. Freckled Whimsy. I think it was buy two get one free. So it's like $30 for 3 pair, which I thought was pretty good. So $10 a piece, but.
Yeah, definitely.
So that
saves you a lot of time. That's for sure.
It does. Well, especially a size 12 foot, right?
Yeah.
Like your dad and my husband. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. So I have another whip. You want to see it? I love this. Oh my
I
God,
know.
I'm
It's
so
really
excited.
nice.
So the Spark Cardigan, and this could be a much faster knit than I'm making it. I think I could have finished this in a month, but I'm working on so many other things. But
It's so pretty.
oh, I should put it on. I absolutely love this. Oh my God. And now, so the beginning part, you really have to pay attention, right? Because every row is different, every single row. Of course, this is where the steek is going to be. So this part, I really had to pay attention, didn't do too much watching of television. But once you get here, it's a 5-row memorizable pattern. I mean, there's really not even anything to memorize. I've started the neck decreases already because, again, it's a cardigan. Oh my God, I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. Yeah, in love. So this is my own yarn. I dyed it myself. The natural yarn I sell in the shop. You can also buy that. There's some I dyed as well, but yeah. So yeah, but love this. Absolutely love this. And
It's very nice.
I haven't dyed your yarn because you want to start one. I haven't dyed it yet, but I will.
I think it's really pretty, Karyn. I love how it's coming along.
So far,
I love
highly recommend the pattern.
Yes, it's really pretty. It really is pretty.
Yeah, it's called.
And I love to see the color changes.
Yeah, it's called Spark by Andrea Mowry. She recommends, or I guess she used Magpie fibers, which is this color, but they charge $30 a skein. I charge $15. It's undyed. I don't understand why I'm sorry. I apologize. I shouldn't say that, but I don't see why anybody would charge that much for undyed yarn. I just don't. And then the colored sections, Andrea Mowry used Spin Cycle. Who doesn't love that? But it's not in my budget. So, and I think she lists a whole bunch of other yarns you could potentially use as well. So you could make this an affordable cardigan. Yeah, I wasn't paying $300 plus for a cardigan. I just wasn't going to do it. But yeah, so I created my own, and I absolutely love it. Yes, so the neck decreases I've already started. So excited about it. So yeah, I'm going to work a lot on this. I have a feeling I'm going to really start working on this. So
it's really interesting that where the steek is, because you're knitting in the round, and we forget you're knitting in the round. One side is always higher than the other because it's a round. It's going up. It's like a spiral, right? And you can see that in the steek. But once you finish the sweater, you'll never see that. That's the beauty of that.
And the other day, I think I did a boo-boo. I think I was supposed to carry this all the way up, which I didn't do. I don't know if I missed it. I don't know if I misread something. But I was looking at it the other day going, oh, crap, now that I'm doing decreases, how am I going to? Yeah, so I should have carried this all the way up. I really should have. And maybe I should start doing that now. I really probably should. Yeah, but
you'll just have to be careful in that little section to just follow that one line. That's all.
I'm already freaking out.
Well, the thing, I know, Karyn, but the thing is if you actually take like a tapestry needle and put a piece of yarn on it and just in good light go up into that knit stitch, just follow it up, you'll know exactly where to cut.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be bad. I mean, I think it's always scary because, of course, you're cutting knit fabric.
Yeah.
But I think
it should be easy because I think the center line is the one we're going to cut, right?
Yeah.
So it really shouldn't be that hard.
No, it shouldn't.
I may not change, but yeah.
But I definitely would do it in good light.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, with super sharp scissors. But yeah, my color work actually turned out pretty good. Again, it's not
I like
perfect. It's really not perfect, but yeah. So I love that.
It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be finished and wearable. That's all. As long as your sleeves fit your arms,
I want it to be perfect. No.
And one's not longer than the other. You're all
Oh my
good.
God. Don't say that. That's not nice. Don't jinx me. Oh my God.
You know, like you see those pictures of one.
Oh, hey, those pictures, I have some of those pictures. What did I made something not that long ago that one side was longer than the other. I'm like, how did that happen? I don't know. It's like like you were saying, you love 2 at a time socks because you know exactly. I'm like, man, my socks never match exactly. They're always a row or 2 off.
But with this heel, a flap and gusset, you work one sock at a time. So you could actually be off a row or 2, but I think when it comes to socks, they're on your feet and you're not going to notice.
Nobody's going to know. Notice. Yeah, I agree.
But,
yeah. So what do you have? What do you have working?
Well, I put a new item on the needles. Because I thought it would be more fun to do that than to finish, something else. And I have to say, in my own defense, that I've had this yarn for a really long time, and I just decided it was time to use it. So I'm going to put the sock blocker in it. I don't know if that'll help, but it's a real pretty pattern. It's a lace pattern, and they're mitts. They're going to be fingerless mitts. So hopefully you can see that pattern in there. It's pretty. It's going to be lace.
See if you can hold it real close to the camera.
There, maybe there.
Looks like a cable almost.
It has that effect, I think, because it goes out and crosses, but it is no cable. It's just yarn overs, knit 2 together, slip stitches, and some purl stitches. So it really, because it's sort of like a leaf shape, or maybe even a floral, like a beginning of a flower that's going to open up like a bud. It just goes like that. And then this is only one repeat. This is 28 rows. But I am using up yarn that I had in my stash. Malabrigo is the fingering weight. It's a fingering weight purple. It's probably not going to look, it actually does look purple.
Yeah, looks purple. Pretty with white.
But it doesn't have white in it at all.
Oh.
There's some lighter shades, and it's more of a gray. It's not as bright, as that. It's more of a gray down purple. And I'm pairing it with this, if I can get it out without breaking it. This mohair, which is a deep purple. It's more of a grape color than that, but it's pretty. It's really I love the
pretty.
I love the fabric it's making.
Mm-hmm.
It's making a really pretty fabric, and like we've talked about, we don't necessarily need. I love the sweaters that everybody does out of it. I think it's beautiful. They look beautiful. Yeah. I'm very sensitive around my neck, so I would not wear mohair around my neck.
Yeah, I can't either.
I would put it in a hat maybe.
Yes.
And I think for the mitts it'll be fine. But we don't necessarily need a sweater that has mohair anyway, because it's not so cold down here. But it's very pretty. I love it.
It is beautiful. Yeah, I love mohair and wool together. It really is pretty and so light.
It doesn't add any weight. It really doesn't add any weight, and it makes it really just soft and squishy. And it's like, oh yeah, you want to wrap up in it because it feels that kind of way.
Yes.
But
it's sad, right? Because some people don't find it itchy.
Yeah, I wish I didn't find it itchy because I would knit like a ranunculus with it in, because it's such a light gauge, a big gauge on that ranunculus sweater that a lot of people made, and it might not feel as heavy, but for Georgia, I mean, it's
yeah.
If I still lived up north, I would have no problem knitting a sweater with mohair.
Yeah. Or, I would love to do like a small cardigan.
Yeah.
Like
cardigan would be
a short
nice.
cardigan, waist height. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I think a cardigan would be perfect for us.
Yeah.
And maybe once I actually do a steek, then you can actually turn other sweaters into cardigans that aren't cardigans.
That's true.
Which would be fun. So that would be.
I can't wait to cut it. I can't wait to finish it and cut it. And you know what's so good about the Spark? I don't mean to interrupt, but the sleeves are already done. You do
I know.
First. Oh my God. That was brilliant. That was really brilliant. Yeah.
I know. Because when you're finished with the sweater, knitting in the round, you're finished. You just will have to, you'll have to pick up for the collar, but that's not going to be a problem.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah. Yeah. As you're knitting it, you pick up the sleeves.
Yeah. Which is great.
Yeah. And then start the raglan. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'll get your yarn dyed. Don't worry.
I'm not worried.
In a couple of weeks. Well,
thankfully,
go ahead.
Thankfully, it's not the only yarn I'm waiting for. Like I have yarn.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, I'll talk to you about it later because, I was going to dye gray for you, but I'm dyeing up some sock blanks. And I'm going to do some really pale blue.
Well, that might work too.
Yeah,
I like blue. Look at.
Yeah.
I
was thinking, I'm like, wow, if I did a nice pale blue, you could even leave in some white sections too if you want to. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I'll do the sock blanks and tell you how it comes out.
With that pattern, I think there's so many things you could do because you could actually use a dark yarn and just use white going through it. I mean, how different would that look?
It would look really different. You wouldn't get I guess. I mean, it would just be white, right?
Right. It'd just be white. And the background would be dark. So it would be the opposite. I think it could,
this could be the white, same, right? Technically, this would be the same. There's somebody actually did that on one of her test knits. It wasn't as dramatic, I will say. It wasn't as dramatic. It's not something I would choose to do because, again, I like the look of this because it really is quite dramatic. It's beautiful. It really is. Let's look it up.
Yeah, it is pretty.
Yeah, but we'll talk about your yarn later. Wow, 389 projects in the works. That's a lot.
Yeah, well, imagine if people were going to Rhinebeck, how many people would have this on for Rhinebeck?
Well, I think it was supposed to be the Rhinebeck sweater.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, I believe it was supposed to be the Rhinebeck sweater. So, yeah, I'm not really finding it. It's in here though.
I'll have to look.
Yeah, because now there's 10 pages.
That's a lot.
When I first looked at it, there weren't that many pages. Is this it? It's actually gorgeous. This one's actually gorgeous. I didn't see this one.
Yeah, it's pretty, isn't it?
Yeah, that's really pretty, actually. So yeah, you can do it in just 2 standard colors.
Yeah. It just, I mean, you can never go wrong with, black and white because it's a given. I mean, but you could use, it could be a navy and it could be white and it could have speckles in it. And then every once in a while you'd get a speck of color. I mean, it could be, there's a lot you could do, I think.
Yeah, there is a lot. Yeah, there really is a lot. Yeah. So I took it back to the Spark again after those were mitts. Those mitts that you're working on are called the Infinity mitts, right?
Yep, Infinity mitts. Did we decide if the pattern was still available or not? We did look it up on Ravelry and it's not available.
Yes, we went on Ravelry and it's no longer available. And we went on her website because it's Infinity Mitts by the Blue Brick, but it's not even available on her website.
No. So. Yeah. So I don't know, but they are very pretty, and I'm glad I had a printed out copy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I guess if you have it in your library, you'll always have it, right?
If I got it off of Ravelry, you know what I mean? If I found it on Ravelry.
Yeah, that's true.
you know, I mean, I don't honestly don't remember. I mean, I could have come across it on a website, looking at yarn. I could have been looking at yarn and found it. I just don't remember. It's been a long time. I was looking to see if there was a date on the pattern when I printed
Yeah.
it, but there isn't.
Yeah.
But anyways, it is going to be, they are going to be very pretty. And there is a left and a
Very
right,
pretty.
you know, so the pattern is the same for both. It's just the amount of stitches that you start with on one mitt versus the other mitt, you know, so
For the
that they
gusset.
fit.
For the gusset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Haven't gotten to that part, but I will. And I believe it is a regular gusset. It's a regular gusset. I've made fingerless mitts that you like just like an afterthought heel. You
Mm-hmm.
put in yarn and then just pick those stitches up and just knit a thumb. I've done fingerless mitts that way, and I've done them with the gusset. So there's different ways to do them,
Oh
but
yeah.
this one definitely has
You
a
like it.
gusset.
Yeah.
So
Well, 'cause
anyway,
there's a pattern, right? I guess there's a pattern. You don't want to mess it up.
yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah. So do you have any notions to share?
I really, you know, you're going to share the one that I would share, so you share. I don't really have.
You don't have any notions? Okay. All right.
No, I mean, you know, I'm sure you may have seen mine on my work anyways. Go ahead, you
Oh.
share.
So this is something you gifted to me several years ago that I use all the time. I love it, and I have it on my Spark. And this is a needle holder, a needle manager. What does she call
Well,
this? Well, you'll see. As soon as if you go to her shop, you'll see it.
It's a stitch stopper.
That's it, a stitch
stopper.
stopper. So there's a section that goes on either needle, so your stitches don't fall off. But you could also use, and I have actually used this as a progress keeper. But look at the adorable sheep. How cute is that? So this is what it looks like. So there's two sections, and your needles go on inside either one. Yeah, and these are pretty. When I looked it up, it was pretty inexpensive. I think they were $7, right?
Yeah, they're $7.
Yeah. So one goes on one needle, the other one goes on another needle, and I absolutely had to use it on this pattern, even though the yarn isn't going anywhere. I mean, if I drop stitches on here, they're not going anywhere because this is non superwash, right? But it's not very woolly, you know. But so it's called the Stitch Stoppers by Jelby, Jelby, Jelby. I'll put a link down there. She's on Etsy, and she has all different ones. She has glass one. I saw the little candy corn one. Yeah.
It's funny that you put one needle on each side because I always just stick both my needles through one side.
Oh, you do? Oh.
Well, especially these small ones, you know, because it would just slip out. And then that little ring, you can push it up to tighten it up, right?
You put two.
So I just put it, I always just put it through, I just always put, you know.
Oh, that's because you have a sock.
Yeah. I have a pink one.
Yeah. I don't know why my brain is not. Oh, that's cute. She has a whole bunch of different colored ones.
Oh, yeah.
They really are so cute. My brain's not working that way. You put two needles on one side?
Yeah.
Oh, these are because too big.
The 2.25, you could never stick one needle on each side of that ring.
See, when I guess because the needles are bigger, so when I put one on either side, I could fold them.
Yes.
So I could put them like that,
yes.
rather than like that. Yeah.
Rather than together. But mine are so small, 2.25. It would just fall out. So I put them both in one.
Yeah, you'd have to do that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think about that. But yeah.
But I love those.
Yeah, I love those too. Jelby on Etsy. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they make me happy because I like seeing the little sheep and I like the little felted ball. You know, I just think that it's just cute.
And it was a great gift. I loved getting that gift. It was like the perfect gift. It really was. Yeah. So before we started filming, right, this whole area was bare, right? Because I tried to set up in the dining room. It wasn't working because of the lighting. So I came over here in my hallway. And it was bare, so I went and grabbed a bag, right? I said, well, let me go grab a knitting bag. I have no idea what's in here. You want to see what's in here? Let's see what's in here.
Yeah, you'll be
it's
surprised.
A UFO. It's a UFO. And let me see. Of course, this is my favorite bag. One of the first things I ever knit on my machine. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's hysterical. An autumn leaf. This is called the autumn leaf. I've actually made one of these before, and it's amazing. I love it. Wow, you know how old? Okay, this is pretty. Why is this a UFO? I wonder.
I don't know.
This is pretty crazy, right?
Yes.
I'm on the back. Wow. Okay. Well, I don't know why it's a UFO. Oh well. All right. Maybe I should do this every week. I'll just pull one of my bags and see. I wonder why this isn't done. See the little cute little cross. Yeah. This is good. Oh well. That's what's in my bag.
Well, that's lovely. You should pick it up again.
I don't know why it's not finished. Oh well.
Well, what yarn is that?
This
What were you making out of?
This yarn, you want to talk about old? I've had this yarn for quite a while. This is it's so funny. Okay, so I do not have a band in here, but I have two bands from other yarns. These yarns are not what this yarn is. I don't know. Okay, so this yarn I bought at Tuesday mornings. Do you remember that?
Yes.
What is it? Collage yarn. This is collage yarn because they sold out to Louette out of Canada, and I had bought I don't know like a dozen of these, 3 different colors. So I thought this would be really cute as one of these. So I thought it'd be a really cute sweatshirt because this is like definitely a true sweatshirt type top. It's really lightweight and I think it's a cotton blend. So I have about 9 bags up there. So maybe this will be a new section. I'll just bag down and we'll just surprise because what I thought was in there wasn't in there at all. So that's funny. That's really funny.
What's in your bag?
What's in your bag? That's funny. That's going to be a new segment. What's in your bag? You
Maybe
don't
I'll
have
share
any.
something next time.
You don't have any UFOs.
I do have UFOs. Not many.
I have a lot.
I say that, and then I look around and I'm like, oh, well, yeah, you forgot. You had this one too.
I brought this one down, but this is empty.
Well, that's always a nice thing.
I love this bag. Sharon made this for me.
I didn't even make one for me.
You didn't? Well, I love a drawstring, right? I absolutely love a drawstring. And it has a pocket, too. It's a pocket. And, of course, you always include that, but, yeah.
I just like the embroidery on the front.
I love the embroidery. I can't believe you didn't make one for yourself.
Nope. And I love fall, too.
Yeah. Sorry, everybody. These are not available. Yeah.
Yep. That's one of a kind.
One of a kind, and it's mine. Oh, my gosh. Yep. So do you have anything else to share?
I don't have. I think that's everything that I've been working on, pretty much.
Me too. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I don't have a lot. I do want to cast on a sock in the next couple weeks and maybe finish a UFO.
Yes. Well, I have plans to do a hat. I want to get a hat done. I haven't knit a hat in quite some time. So this is going to look really small, but I did do this.
Oh, okay. So you did start a hat. That does look really small.
It's DK, but that's all right. People have different size heads. Not everybody has a big head.
That's true. And what is that? What is the name again of that organization we're going to donate to this year?
Operation Gratitude. And I just received an email from them because they are still, they still want you to send hats and scarves. They're still requiring some of the parameters, but they have lightened up on the colors for now because so many people can't get out and shop and haven't been able to get out and shop and want to use what's in their stash. So I really should have pulled the email up, and I thought, well, that's good. I do have other yarn they like to have worsted weight yarn so that the hats and the scarves aren't too bulky to send in the box.
So they want worsted or lower. Worsted or lower, okay.
Yeah, and but they usually do have color requirements. They usually don't want bright neon green and all that kind of stuff because they are going to the servicemen. But anyways,
women,
so I just looked at that last night and I thought, I haven't knitted a hat for donation in a while, so I just put that on today. Of course, I'll look for it and I won't find it. So I think it's rude to be scrolling on my phone.
Yeah, I have to get on making more hats too. I have quite a few already done, but I want to make some more. Yeah.
Well, if I had a knitting machine, I could do hats a lot faster, but I don't. So
I can literally make a hat in 45 minutes, easy, from start to finish, tails tucked. I mean, weaved in and everything, tails tucked.
Yeah.
What is that?
I know. That's all right. I mean, it's just, it's fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
I just, it takes me longer, but that's okay. It's still okay. Just, I think a hat is always good if we're going places in the car knitting too, because there's so many, just plain simple hat patterns. You don't need to.
And you're pretty limited on the machine. There's a lot of things because you have to hand manipulate all the stitches on that machine. There's no automation of that one at all. So, and sometimes it could take actually longer than I could hand knit it. So I just do a standard, just a standard hat on there.
Yeah, which is fine. I found the email and it says, she does say, clear your stash challenge. So it's actually a challenge.
Okay. Oh, I have to. All right. Let me make a note of this because I'll put it in the notes down below. It's,
and you have to sign up for it. So I haven't done it, but they're going to have prizes for the top 10 crafters. Boy, I better get knitting.
Great. Okay, so it's called Operation what?
Gratitude.
Operation Gratitude. And okay, so they're having a
clear your stash challenge, and you have to sign up for it.
Oh, excellent. Okay. I better sign up for it.
Here.
Clear your stash challenge.
And that's the picture of that they sent. But
oh, that's a service person. Oh,
yeah,
that's
see,
great. Okay. All right. Oh, they have prizes? Ooh,
yeah.
Who doesn't love a prize?
Wow, some of these ladies, I thought I had a stash. Did you see the stash?
No.
Can you look at her yarn over here?
Wow, that's not a very large stash.
It is.
No.
Oh my gosh, it is. It's huge. No, those are already knitted scarves.
See, there you go. From one person.
Once I made it bigger, I could see that they're rolled up scarves. Oh, that's so funny.
That is funny. That's a lot of scarves. That's really nice. Oh,
yeah.
Good. I'll sign up for that right away. Operation Gratitude.
We have a lot of servicemen. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll have to sign up.
Yeah, I'll actually sign up as soon as we sign off. I'll sign up for sure.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so we don't have anything else.
Nope, that's it.
So we are looking forward to seeing everybody on September 9th at 7:30. Again, sskyarners@gmail.com. Send me an email so I can send you that password. And it's not a link, it's a password. So you have to clip and paste it, right, Sharon?
Well, there'll be a link because there's a meeting ID number and then there's a password. So the password has to be put in, but it's something that could be copied and pasted, or
I'll make it a very easy. I'll make it a very easy password. Yeah.
I don't. You know what? Do you choose the passwords, or do they choose the passwords?
I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know.
Well, when I signed in for our meeting here, it's a password, but it doesn't look like a password you would have made up.
Yeah,
It looks like
I don't recall ever making up a password because I didn't think anybody would want to break into our meeting.
no, I don't think so. And they might call it a passcode, but they'll send that, and you'll get that, and everybody will get that.
Okay.
And
All right. And I forgot anybody who shopped in our shop last month to help celebrate my birthday. Thank you so much. It was very, very popular, very successful. So thank you so much. Yeah, there were some really good deals to have, and a lot of people took advantage of it. So thank you so much for that. It was, we're really grateful, right? Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. So, all right. So that's it. So we'll see you on the 9th. That's next Wednesday. And we'll see you in 2 weeks right here on YouTube. Yep. All right. Bye, everybody.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. See you next time.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.